Hi there, this is Winston Medina. Blessings in Jesus Christ. Today we are going to analyze John chapter 6, verse 2 in the Greek language. So, what we have here, and you already know my approach. So, we have the following text that we'll be analyzing. And if you have not seen the previous video, I highly recommend you to go and see it. So in English, we have here followed but him. That's the literal and textual translation from the original language. Is a followed but him crowd large because they were watching the signs which he was performing on the sick people. All right. So it is very difficult to analyze a text if we keep this syntactic order. So that's why I just organized it this way. So we will be analyzing this sentence in the original language. So when we have a conjunction, we'll identify that conjunction first, and then we'll go forward with the next part. So there is a conjunction. Normally it goes in the second position, as we saw it right here on the text. We have it right here, you see, there. But in order for us to analyze it, we'll put it on front, and we will identify that, and we will write what it is. It is a conjunction. It's a coordinating conjunctions of narrative development. If you go to Matthew 1, verse 2 forward, you will see that Abraham begat Isaac begot. You will find that there so many times because it allows the development of the narrative. So it's a coordinating conjunction. Actually, there is more used in the New Testament with the purpose of indicating contrast. It's called adversative conjunction. But here, in a narrative context, we will see that it allows the development of the narration. Okay, so and that's how it works. It can be translated like and also like then, and like in sequence. You see, it is fine because it's indicating different events. All right. But it's also coordinating the previous sentence with this. In this case, is coordinating the first verse with this one that is introduced here, that is verse 2. Once we do that, then we'll go with our first step, that is identifying the verb. And here you are. That's the verb. So the verb allows us to go to the second step, that is to divide the sentence into two parts. It is actually the subject and the predicate, and then we have to indicate what kind of predicate is it. Is that a nominal predicate, nominative predicate, or is it a verbal predicate? And it is a verbal predicate because the verb here is not a linking verb. It means to follow. All right. So once we split the sentence into two parts, into its two parts, then we will go to identify or to find the head of each part. We need to find the head of the subject and the head of the verbal predicate. Here you are. Oklos means multitude or crowd. Okay, many people. And then ikoluthi is the verb. So I didn't read the text in Greek, sorry, but it's the police oklos ikoluthi afto, and then we have oti theoro thimia a epi epiton athenundon. Okay, that's the text in Greek. All right, so the first step, identify the verb, split the sentence into two parts, find the head of each part, and then we will analyze the subject area. Forget the verbal predicate right now, and let's analyze the subject area. So police oculus, it is as we know, is a noun phrase, and it has two parts. Police is an adjective phrase, and of course is modifying oculus, the head. So it works as a descriptive adjective, and also it is we can call complement. Let me fix this because I put it in Spanish, but let me fix it. Should be in English. Where is it? Hold on. I'm coming here. Hold on. Right here is a noun complement. Should be the opposite way in English. Is a noun complement because it's actually what it's doing is complementing a noun that is the head here, you see. So it's descriptive, it's a descriptive adjective, but it's working as a noun complement. Okay, so, and it is the head of that adjective phrase modifying the head of the noun phrase, that is oculus. And that's what we have here on the subject. Then we will move to the predicate area. And we have after is a dative case. It's a pronoun in a dative case, indicating him. That's what it means. It means him, him. All right. So after means Jesus. It's talking about Jesus. It's a dative reference about Jesus, or also, but also it is working as a direct object. It is the direct object of the verb ekoluthi. Okay, it is also a noun phrase, of course, and it is the head of that noun phrase. Okay. So we have the direct object. So it says a large crowd followed him. That's what we have so far. And then we have the oti. Oti is part of the verb predicate. All of that part is part of the verb predicate. But it says oti. Oti has many functions. It works like to introduce a subordinate clause, a noun subordinate clause with functioning as direct object, but we already have the direct object with many verbs, like the verb to say, or it works that way. It says that, it says oti. Okay, it's like legi, oti. All right, legi, after oti, and it can be used that way also, but also it can be used to indicate quotations, and it is not translated. It means the quotation marks, textual, literal, a comment or what someone said. And sometimes it is used to indicate indirect discourse or indirect speech, right? It has it is used in many ways, but here oti, it is a subordinated conjunction of cause. Of course, it means that this is indicating the cause of this action here, that the many people were following Jesus. Why? It responds to the why. Okay, it gives the answer. It answers to why. Why were those people following Jesus? Well, because that's the oti, introducing the adverbial clause. So all of this is an adverbial subordinate clause, of course. And it needs to be analyzed separately because any clause has a subject and a verb, and we need to see what elements do we have there, and we will do that in the next video. So far, I just want you to get the idea of oti, the many ways of oti. You can consult the many usages of oti, or many uses of oti. But now I want you to understand that this is a cause and effect sentence. It's a complex compound sentence. We'll see here that it's an adverbial, that part is an adverbial modifying the whole sentence, the main sentence. And of course, the main sentence constitutes the effect or the result of the big cause that was that they saw that Jesus were performing miracles or signs over or on those who were sick, on the sick people, and that's what we have here. So this clause over here is telling us the cause or the reason why many people were following Jesus. And it is because they were seeing Jesus performing miracles or signs on the sick people, So oti etheoro simia a epiton athenundon. And that's it. On the next video, we will analyze this clause, okay, because we have here a subject and a predicate also. Any clause has a subject and a predicate, and we need to analyze it separately. So far, we have this sentence. It's a complex sentence, and the main idea is right here, that people were following Jesus, and the adverbial subordinate clause of cause is telling us the reason why they were following Jesus, and it is adverbial subordinate clause of cause. And that makes the sentence a complex sentence, because remember that a sentence that is complex has an independent clause and a subordinate clause, and that's the case here. Thank you so much, and thank you for watching, and I hope you liked it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.